How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Haye, and welcome back to another edition of Boxtalk. It's time for This Week in Boxing, where we give you the news, reviews, all the action from the past week. Right now we're filming on Saturday evening. Both got things to do tomorrow. So boxing's been a crazy week. So if we miss anything that's happened Saturday evening, Saturday night, apologies. But it's been one of those type of weeks. Yeah. Alright then, let's start. There's no fuss this week, is there?
There's a couple of, like, no disrespect to these, there's a couple of fights, but in terms of on the bigger picture, not many fights that we normally would touch on anyway, so nah.
Alright then, so let's go straight into the news.
Yeah.
And I don't know where to start. It's been a absolutely crazy week for boxing.
It has been. A great week for boxing. It gets boxing's name in the press headlines. Yeah. What do they say? No publicity is bad publicity.
Nobody's bad publicity. Yeah. Alright then, let's go with the breaking news, which was Amir Khan versus Canelo. Guys, thanks for watching the video. If you haven't watched it, check it out. It's on our channel.
Yes, it is. Got it up pretty quick.
Yeah. But let's look at the backlash. Since that fight's been signed and announced, there's been a lot of negative energy calling them both the king of the duckers. Amir Khan's ducking Kell Brook, so he's run away. Okay. Canelo's ducking GGG, so he's run away. So now it's a fight that's been made, not because it's an interesting match, but because the two are ducking the two biggest obstacles in their divisions. Some people are actually going to say so far to say that, guess what, it's disgrace to boxing that they're ducking each other.
Oh, ridiculous. Absolute, I'm going to swear on the show. I know we said we can't swear, that's absolute bullshit. Yeah. You know what I mean? On Khan's part. Look, on Canelo's, there's arguments for, like, what are you doing, Canelo? And I agree with that. Canelo's one. Canelo, you can give Canelo any bit of stick you want to give Canelo. You know what I mean? I can't find an excuse to not give Canelo a stick because it's quite embarrassing. But for Khan, I'm sorry. You go up a couple of weight classes, you're gonna fight for the lineal, and people might argue, try. I saw some guy going back and forth with you. It's the lineal middleweight crown, and we're not gonna go backwards. But if you guys want us to quickly, we can do, B-Hop.
Hopkins,
Taylor, Pavlik, Martinez, and then Cotto, Canelo. So that is the title, guys. So Khan, let me understand something here. Khan's going up 2 weight classes. He's going to get paid a hell of a lot of money. He's going to get pay-per-view points. He's fighting in Las Vegas. He's fighting the king of the pay-per-view right now in Canelo because everyone else is retired. And this is wrong somehow? This is wrong? Do people not go in weight classes? I think people forgot.
A lot of people say that Khan is cashing out.
Oh, of course.
By fighting Canelo.
The same thing that, I'm not going to put these guys in the same bracket because I don't like doing it. Same thing they said about Hopkins when Hopkins went up 15 pounds to trade Tarver. Do you know what I mean? Same thing they even said when Broner went up in weight.
Same thing they said when Pacquiao went up to fight De La Hoya.
You're like, what are you doing, Pacquiao? How dare you? This is suicide. And then Pacquiao became this global superstar.
Didn't say the same thing when Pacquiao went to fight Margarito as well.
You're like, what? This is too much. And don't get me wrong, we're not putting Khan in that bracket, but it does happen. Those are the challenges, believe it or not, that people of yesteryear did. They went up in weight. They thought, let me go up and challenge. Now look, Brook, to all Brook fans, we are one of them, by the way. We're not Brook haters. We like Brook and Khan. We've been giving both stick. We go give both praise. We're on the kind of fence with both of them. Brook's only option, unfortunately, because what he's been doing is Khan. When you give yourself one option, and that one option fails, then obviously right now you look a bit silly. So Khan obviously had a lot of bloody options in that bag, and he just pulled one out.
Let me tell you about looking silly. Again, like, Matchroom went into damage control this week. I saw a statement and an interview which I thought, Eddie Hearn, as much as you're promoting, you're looking after your fighter, don't lie. He said, when he spoke to Kell Brook on the phone over it, Kell Brook said, get me GGG at 155 pounds.
Okay.
Not that you're trying to match for match, go tit for tat. It's like, come on now. Like, to tell you what, it's not saying that Kell Brook wouldn't fight GG at 155, but that was not the premise of your conversation.
Yes.
You get my point, yeah?
He didn't just phone Kell, and Kell said, look, we've got to match this somehow, give me GGG.
Yeah, I'm trying to say, that is not that. I mean, if Kell wants to do that, go ahead and do that, but that was not Kell's first option or his first idea or the first thing you came to. That was a way to sell to the press, like, we'll go up and wait as well.
The funny thing is, and fans for once have completely gone on the lopside of boxers. Guys, I'm on Twitter every other day, and every single boxer I've seen has tweeted, Khan, you got so much balls, well done, go for it.
Boxers are on his side.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
I've seen people say that.
Toney Bennett said, well done.
Adrian Broner said, no, he could do it. Everyone said, people say, no. If you know people that are actually in the game that understand the psychology of boxing,
something can happen here.
Yeah, he could do it.
Now, it's no disrespect, it clearly is the Brook fans. You know, I give a bit of hate on this video that are saying the opposite. They're saying, oh, he's ducking, he's doing this, Why would you fight Brook in what is a good fight, but it really is a big British fight? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's got worldwide appeal a little bit, but it's a big British fight. It's at Wembley. There's a chance of you getting smoked. You're going to get paid 8 or so million. Why would you do that? Why would you not say, you know what? I want to challenge one of the meanest, who just beat Cotto and smashed Kirkland. I want that opportunity. It's a great opportunity. You do not turn down fighting on the 5th of May, Mexico weekend, pay-per-view. Look at Carl Froch. Carl Froch, before he retired, was begging for the Las Vegas opportunity. Like, give me that one Las Vegas fight. Give me, who did he ask for?
Chavez.
Give me Chavez.
Give me Chavez.
You know, come on, guys. We don't turn down Vegas fights and pay-per-view.
I tell you this year what I'm trying to say. This is what I think that for all boxing fans, I'm trying to say, and I say it's one of my phrases: be fair to the sport. You guys look at all the options, all the facts, and I'm trying to say you can't support your boy or you support your one fighter. When they're right or wrong, you got to pull them up for either way. And I'm trying to say, and that's just the way the sport is. I mean, that's what you have to be. I mean, like. Some of the comments I've seen some from Brook fans has been just ridiculous, and like, guess what?
And you know the Brook fans, don't you? You know the Brook fans. Of course,
you know what I mean. I mean, it's some negative stuff. It's like, guess what? Like, this is actually called boxing. It's actually a sport. It's not called Kell Brook. Or it's not called Amir Khan. You got to look at the bigger picture and look at everything that actually comes to the table in this scenario. And I think, like I said, I don't take my prediction with the fight, but I'm just saying that I think in terms of boxing, this has ticked a lot of boxes. It's marquee, it's pay-per-view, it's a spectacle, it's a crossover.
It's massive.
I mean, what more can you ask for?
Massive appeal. Guys, we've said it on numerous videos before. Look, we've said, I've criticised Amir Khan, Ryan's criticised Amir Khan. Look, we both criticised Amir Khan so much that Amir Khan's blocked us. So don't get me wrong, we understand what point you're coming through. But when you get the opportunity to fight the guy that right now is considered the king of boxing, I hate to say it, but he is, and to claim a middleweight title which was never even in your radar, you take the opportunity. You take the opportunity. And so Johnny Nelson said it best, and Johnny Nelson's from that Sheffield team. He's from the Ingle gym. He even said, this isn't about Kell Brook anymore. And he said Kell Brook cannot say Amir Khan's ducking him when Amir Khan has just gone on to fight a bigger, stronger, more polished boxer in Canelo. The only person to beat Canelo is Floyd Mayweather. Do you know what I mean? And even one judge gave that a draw. I didn't. But there you go. And finally, you know, this is why I gave Khan a lot of props for taking this fight. One thing me and Ryan have always said about Amir Khan is, look, he looks good, but his recovery powers aren't great. In a sense, he's a bit chinny sometimes. You've looked at it.
Now, I don't think it's chinny. I think it's just slow recovery.
Amir Khan's last 2 fights have been Devin Alexander and Algieri. Both not punchers. So it's almost like, they're matching him well. They're putting him against non-punchers. And
he's still got
safe. Still got buzz. So what do you do next? You put him with a puncher. Canelo can punch. What Amir Khan's doing, guys, like him or don't like him, if you're a Brook fan or you're not, you're a boxing fan first and foremost. What Amir Khan's doing as a boxing fan is rolling the dice big time here. Me and Ryan always talk about roll the dice. If Amir Khan wins this fight, it's a big if he wins it, oh my God, it's like you've got 4 or 5 lottery tickets all at the same time.
Let me tell you something. Last one I'm going to say about this fight, we're going to move on because we've gone too long on this subject. But let me tell you one thing about this fight. Doing boxing now for 2.5 years. Been boxing fan for 30 plus years.
Well, you have. I'm a bit younger.
Alright then, But everything you've known in boxing, everything you've seen in boxing, even Floyd Mayweather was fighting. Have you ever seen social media shut down the way it shut down on Tuesday/Wednesday?
The only comparison is when Pacquiao said he's going to fight Mayweather, or Mayweather said he's going to fight Pacquiao. But I kid you not, Amir Khan's timeline went frenzy.
The whole boxing universe just collapsed, exploded. Like, it was unbelievable.
You know why it exploded more than anything? Because even see the Mayweather Pacquiao, there was whispers that could happen before. A couple weeks before, a year before. This came from nowhere.
I mean, it really, it
came from nowhere to the point where I thought it was a hoax. They said Amir Khan's Twitter page got hacked. So I thought it could have been something around that. Props to Khan, Brook fans. Props to Canelo.
Props to Canelo as well. And much as we might be criticised, even much he don't get credit for the fight, it's a 2-sided deal. You know what I mean? You can't say it's a super fight, it's a great fight, and say, oh well, F Canelo. You've got to give both of them. Not super, you get my point. It's by far the biggest event of the year right now.
Khan has just shown a power. Like honestly, he has just said, "I'm the powerfulest fighter in this country by a mile."
Yeah.
Honestly, by a mile.
It's a big step.
Jeez.
All right then.
Jeez.
Let's go to some more big news for the week. And this news was shocking as well, and I thought it must be a joke. I said, please. I actually tweeted Frank Bruno personally.
I saw that.
Yeah. Frank Bruno, at 54 years old, regardless of what shape he is in, wants to come back to boxing. No joke. Like, there's a time machine around somewhere. Are you serious? No disrespect to Frank Bruno, but he has bipolar disorder as well. Yeah, which is a form of mental health. Yeah. Who has been talking to Frank Bruno to convince him, or is his financial worries so bad that he needs to come back? Will you think that all the money he's made for promoters over the years and his standing in the sport, especially in the UK, loved by the British public, don't you think people will support him and get things sorted out for him instead of letting the guy consider coming back?
I actually, looking into this, and I've read a few articles and stories on it because it did bother me quite a bit, and I don't think he wants to come back. I don't think he even intends to come back. I think it's a cry for help, personally. I think it's a guy that is suffering from severe depression, and it's almost a cry for help. And I feel like someone that's been shunned of the limelight, someone that, I think people got to understand the Frank Bruno thing. Frank Bruno wasn't just the biggest boxer in this country, he was the biggest sportsman in this country. Forget footballers, forget all that. Frank Bruno was gigantic.
Frank Bruno was one of the first crossover sports stars that were doing commercials on TV.
He done everything.
When I was a kid, he was on TV commercials.
Exactly. And then the way we are nowadays, gone, you're forgotten.
Yeah.
And Frank Bruno has just been forgotten by everyone, by us, by TV. Yeah. I mean, you look at TV. I mean, look at some of the fights ringside, and you used to have Frank Bruno ringside there. Yeah, you know, just to kind of get him there, and that's all gone. So tell these people, and that must be very difficult for. Okay, say like me and you, for example. Yeah. I mean, you know, sometimes you're home alone, you're bored, and that can be a bit stressful. Yeah. Imagine someone that's had 80,000 screaming,
the admiration of a country, the admiration of a country.
Bruno, the Harry Carpenter thing. And that's just all gone. It's depression and it's a cry for help. He doesn't want to come back.
So Toney doing boxing, yeah? Back in the day, if you go watch old school fights, when there was a big fight on, they'll go out ringside, here comes it, and they bring in all the old champions, all the fighters, they actually come to the ring, do a little wave around, say hello, shake some hands, and it keeps them in the line, it keeps them in the spotlight. That's all it is. They get that crowd pop.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
Now, it's all about the money and the TV time and the promotion, and you get security guards to do this and that. It's like
they're almost forgotten.
Yeah, they're forgotten.
Ricky Hatton said the same thing. Ricky Hatton came back for the Chinchenko fight. Again, it's because of depression. He said it was at home, but this gave him the buzz to get trained again, get fit, get strong, and he came out. Yes, he lost, but again, it helps him come back. Now Ricky Hatton's all over the place again. His name's back out there. I think the point you made about how much millions he made, I'm not sure who was with. I can't sure what promoter was. Mickey Duff, maybe? Yeah, because it was early. Yeah, he was maybe Mickey Duff. Maybe Frank Martin gave him something. But you kind of feel like you're forgotten.
You're forgotten. Okay.
It's really, really sad.
Someone like Frank Bruno, who, like I said, is a British sporting legend. Maybe in other countries he might not be what you are, but over here...
He's the biggest British boxing star, I think, ever.
He should not have to be considering bringing a comeback, or shouldn't be in a state. I'm not even bad. Like, even, I think it was on ITV this morning. How dare they put him on TV and try to do that to him? Seriously, you know what I mean? You've got a big TV company like ITV, and I'm trying to say, they knew he was going to drop the bombshell. Those shows are scripted, you know that already. We all know it's like on TV. You go there, and they have the question what they're going to plan and try to do. They knew that was going to cause a bombshell doing that. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's turned into abuse of a senior citizen. The guy's 54 years old.
No, it's
he waited 14, 20 years.
Yeah, no, you're right. It is sad.
Come on now.
And like I said, I think it's a cry for help, and hopefully, because I've seen a lot of famous people on Twitter kind of shoot it down straight away. Apart from maybe David Haye, I can understand what David Haye did, but apart from that, a lot of famous guys are shot, and hopefully they all get in touch with him. If it's a case of it's financial, let's raise something. Let's raise some. You know what I mean?
The British was already said they're not going to sanction him to fight.
Means
yeah,
nothing,
right?
no.
Thank you. It means nothing at all. Yeah, because Danny Williams is still out there fighting. Yeah, and if you check box rate, you mostly find Julius Francis mostly still fighting as well.
Yeah, let's not forget as well. David Haye has already got Luxembourg licenses to fight.
That's what I'm trying to say. There's always ways around it. Know what I'm trying to say, yeah, and there's already medical reports that you could always get fixed. Because there was a time when Edwin Valero, he couldn't fight in America because he had a metal plate in his head or whatever. Then they found bloody different states around the world that would bloody sanction him to fight.
Yeah, Margarito's eye.
But everyone knew he had a metal plate in his head. So it's like, well, it's not. You can't hide the metal plate in your head.
Yeah.
The point I'm making is, if the money's there and the demand is there, they will get you somewhere.
Yeah,
and that's the scary thing.
I just hope that the powers that be in boxing, I'm not even sure who that is anymore, to be honest. Right now it's Matchroom.
Yeah.
They're the biggest ones right now. Hopefully they can do what we said. Put him ringside. Get him the love of fans again. That's all you want to feel. You just want to feel the love of the fans. You want that cheer. That's all you want.
Obviously you got to check him out how good he still is. But Bruno was not a bad commentator as well, because he used to put him on Sky and do the commentary.
He was funny, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he was good.
No, when I'm in the studio one. I mean, especially when you got big heavyweights like Anthony Joshua, he can relate to what it's like being.
Especially with that comparison they've done to Anthony Joshua all the time. Everyone says about the muscle bound. Well, put him next to him. You know, there's some interviews. This is what he's going to work on, what he needs to work on, and what needs to avoid. There's no, like I said, there's one thing about heavyweight boxing which is different from other boxing. Is that heavyweights could put you out in one shot. So the finer things are very important when you're talking about one shot. You know, like you go to gyms and you watch sparring. When the guys that are the lighter weights are sparring, there's a little spar. When the heavyweights are sparring, they're kind of like, we go in like a little, because you know that those shots are heavy blows. It's different, know what I mean? So and you know what, there's a lot of talk about, and I tweeted, I said he's in good shape. Yeah, he's in good shape.
Yeah,
that.
He's in great shape for
the pads were awful. Let's not beat around the bush. I don't want people to say, because we don't hold back here. No. The pads were the slowest pad work I've ever seen ever in my life. Ever. I'm not even joking. I'm not joking. So if that's so that's why I hope that it's not a real, I want to come back, because it came a bit spontaneous. I hope it's a, look guys, obviously I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Someone call me, help me out. Yeah. Look at the old promoters, guys, get together. Why can't the old promoters get together and help? Yeah. Maloney, Warren, Hearn, come together, help him.
Like, okay, even though they had different profiles, but Bruno was based over here and Lewis was based in America. Look at Lewis. Lewis is followed around by reporters in America at boxing shows. They follow him around like a bloody flight of shit. You know what I mean?
Lewis 49.
Yeah, close to,
something like 49 years old, so there's not even that much difference in age.
They're following him around, I'm trying to say. You see all the guys at HBO and or show, whatever about his ad, they're like, let's want to shake hands. He's part of the community. He's part of the mix.
It's massive.
Yeah.
I mean, the other day, Wilder Spitzker, he was in the middle.
Yeah.
I mean, Haye Audley Harrison, he was in the middle.
You get my point, yeah? Get Bruno doing something like that. Get him out there, man.
Like you said, I agree. You've got to check him out. Make sure everything's okay. Yeah. Because you're right. I mean, the speech has gone slow. Everything. Make sure it's all right though. But if he's okay, get him on TV. The reason
why I say check him out, and I said I'm not being rude. I'm not trying to be honest. I'm trying to say people with bipolar disorder. It's a mental. It's a form of mental health. And obviously certain stresses and certain triggers could obviously put people off in certain things. Don't quote me. I'm not a physician, but you get my point. So you need to actually do the right things to make sure he's in the right frame of mind. That's what I'm trying to say.
I agree. And let's hope this opens up a bigger discussion, because we've always said on Boxtalk, guys, we know if you watch our videos, we've always talked about what happens after fighters finish their career. Where's the care? Where's all that kind of stuff?
Where's the support? Where's the love?
Where's the support?
Listen,
and I hope this opens it up, because Bruno is, I think, I could be wrong, but I think he's the most loved British boxer of all time. In terms of people the way they love Bruno, I mean, you got Hatton in there, you got Benz in there. They're the biggest three. Yeah. They're the biggest three. Do you know what I mean? But Bruno crossed over. Bruno's massive. That's because it was a time when ITV and BBC were showing boxing. Bruno was massive. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Let's move forward with some more big news.
Yeah.
Rigondeaux versus James Dickens. Rigondeaux's coming to the UK to fight on the undercard of Flanagan Matthews.
Tete's on the undercard as well, isn't he?
Yeah, Tete's on the undercard. Not a bad card.
Jesus Christ, that's a good card.
It's a very good card.
That's a boxer's card.
Very good card. Yeah. Very good card. Now, I'm not going to try to say we're visionaries, but we've been saying for ages.
We are visionaries.
For ages, you could get Rigondeaux cheap and bring him over here.
Yeah.
Frank Warren's got Rigondeaux so cheap that he could put him on the undercard.
Yeah, he's not even offered him big. Yeah, you're right.
You get what I'm trying to say, yeah?
Undercard, yeah.
Right, and Frank Warren's rolling the dice, and guess what? I've got a young prospect here, a young talent here, good fighter, and I'm trying to say Jazz is a good fighter, and I'm trying to say, I'm not going to criticise him, but I'm rolling the dice, get the number one fighter in the division, bring him over here, put him on the undercard, and make a show. Quigg, Frampton, as much as a good fight, they should be ashamed that they didn't pick up Rigondeaux when they could have.
No, both. I mean, Frampton's come out and said he feels sorry for Rigondeaux.
He said he'll knock out the winner.
Yeah. Oh.
Rigondeaux said he'll knock out the winner.
Oh, Rigondeaux said he'll knock out the winner.
Yeah, he said he'll knock out the winner.
Okay, possibly.
I'm just saying, I'm trying to say, Rigondeaux was there waiting for free.
Yeah, and this shows how easy it was to get Rigondeaux over.
Of course it was easy.
Because let's be honest, Frank's not got Eddie's money and Sky money. And if Frank can afford to get him over, Eddie could have got him over anytime he wants.
And still have a big main event and put Tete on the card as well.
And he's going to stack the card a bit more. Come on, he must be.
When you got no fight, no promoter, no TV contract, nothing, you got bills to pay.
Your negotiations were slim.
It was
well done to Jez Dickens for stepping up and taking the fight.
Yeah.
A lot of people, there's rolling the dice and there's rolling their house. And right now he's rolling their house. I'll tell you that now, mate. Because yes, Rigo has been inactive and he's looked a bit rusty in his last couple of fights. People pointing out. I put that down to just not motivation, to be fair. And to be fair, his last fight, he only got 3 weeks notice or 4 weeks notice for that fight. Give Rigo a chance to shine on this shores. Yeah. Like he did when he went to Ireland. I think he went to Ireland and knocked someone out. I can't remember who it was.
No, I don't think it was Ireland.
He did. 100%. He went to Ireland.
But
he went to Ireland.
With Gary Hyde.
Yeah, that was his manager before in Ireland. Yeah. Give him a chance to shine on these shores. I'm sorry. Someone might get embarrassed that night.
Alright.
Big time.
I'm going to tell you this right now, I'm not selling Wolf tickets, I'm not screaming for upset, and I'm trying to say. But let me tell you something right now, Jazzy, is a capable fighter. And he's 24 years old, and I'm trying to say, and this is what I was saying before about Rigo. That not saying he's going to pull the upset, but at Rigo's age, 35, and being inactive, he's not going to get any better. Yeah, and this is where you got to just say, look, guys, guess what? It's a big risk, but if you lose, what have you really lost?
Yeah, and if you win, what have you won?
Thank you. You get my point. Yeah. So I'm not selling Wolf. I'm not saying he's going to pull it off. But I'm just saying you got to see the point. That's the business side behind it.
Yeah, selling Wolf tickets. Though.
No, I'm not selling Wolf tickets. I'm just saying, though, I'm trying to say Rigo cannot improve.
You know what I'm going to hate right now? I know what's going to happen. Say Rigo puts on an average performance.
Oh yeah.
Scott Quick and Frampton go, oh, give me that fight. Well, yeah, bloody.
But they should have took the fight when they had the fight. The fight was there.
You know what I mean? It's a shame that Rigo got any belts. He's even
stripped to all of them.
Every belt.
Because he's not being fighting. Listen, I don't care who you are. We talked this with David Haye before, and I'm trying to say, I don't care how fit, how strong you are. If you can't do your profession for X amount of years for X amount of reasons, you cannot stay in your physical prime.
Can I ask a very dumb question right now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to edit this out, but I don't care. Can he win the British title? Rigo, can he? No. Well, you know what I say that, Joseph Parker's got the African belt. Joseph Parker has the African belt. Yeah. Can Rigo not win the British title? Is it only up for British fighters? I'm a serious question. Is it only up for guys that are born in Britain?
Yes, British title. Yeah.
So only can be born in Britain.
But I tell you right now, the Saxon boys will pay. If you give them money, they'll do anything. Right. Yeah, I mean, just like a streetwalker.
Yeah, just ask.
No, I mean, they'll do anything for some money. All right then, let's go with, again, like I said, all big news this week. It's been one of those weeks. I'm surprised that by this goes tomorrow, something's going to happen again.
Yeah, probably more going to happen.
Okay, tragedy strikes in Ireland. Yeah, at the weigh-in for Jamie Kavanagh versus...
I can't remember, but
they're waiting for the Jamie Kavanagh fight. Was supposed to be tonight on Box Nation.
Yeah.
Gangland warfare. 3 shot, 1 dead.
It's old school underground British boxing, that isn't it?
Yeah. Listen, when they say boxing has a seedy history and obviously the way the mob and organised crime and everything, we all know the stories and know the rumours and all the bits and bobs.
Yeah.
But in recent times, let's say since Frank Warren got shot, that type of seedy business been kind of kept under the radar.
Agreed.
When you could get 3 men dressed in police style gear that can actually get in and pass for police with AK-47s under their coat.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Christ.
That's what I said. When you say gangland style, seriously, that's
Hollywood movie stuff.
Seriously, that's what I'm trying to say. The person that got killed, it's like they shot him multiple times, but someone shot him in his leg, then shot him. So it's like, it was like an assassination. Like, it was a warning. Like, we're not just gonna kill you. We're gonna shoot you like 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever time they've done. Boy, it is a dangerous world.
It is. The shame really is that it's almost happened within a boxing environment, because that could happen anywhere on the street. And it's just that the person I guess they were looking for has some links to boxing, or whatever. Or
just they knew who'd be at the weigh-in. Yeah, anyone.
But I kid you not, I've been to quite a few boxing events, and you do see some shady looking characters, and you think, whoa, you know what I mean? Yeah. Jeez, thank God I've been getting gym. Where's Ryan when I need Ryan? You see some shady boxing characters, and like Ryan said earlier, boxing has always been kind of, if you say, run by the mob, built up by the mob, and as yes, it's disappeared as boxing's become more, if you like, TV friendly and kind of child friendly, but it's still there.
Yeah, it is.
It's still there.
So the thing about this shooting is that, in my opinion, I don't think it was boxing related.
No.
Like you said, the person was there and they done anything.
Yeah.
But because it's happening at a boxing event, it puts the shade on boxing.
Yeah.
But I'm just concerned, as within the world we're living at.
Yeah.
When one thing happens, people copy. Yeah. And I just hope that it's a one-off occurrence and it doesn't, you know, the average idiot with a gun doesn't go out there and start, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
I will say at some of the bigger boxing events, i.e. O2 Arena, that's one of the biggest I've been to. No. The security to get in there is tight. Do you know what I mean? So it's very, very difficult. I don't know if this was a smaller weigh. At weigh-ins, with all due respect, at weigh-ins, you can kind of just walk in. The thing about the public weigh-ins, the public you just walk in.
No, see, I think there's two sides to that coin. When we've been to the public weigh-ins, they have the press entrance and you have the entrance for the fans, whatever, and they kind of keep them two separately. But 9 out of 10 times, especially at Frank Warren's events, once you reach there, like if you don't know who you are, you get questioned. They ask you questions. They actually proper grill you over a few times. Remember when we first started going? They grill you a couple of times. They start knowing who you are, whatever. But it's not easy just to walk in there. You know what I mean? And I said, and that's why you always get on the press releases, not to be shared with the public. Because you know what I'm saying, you do have the average idiot that, you know, or the average crazy boxing fan that wants to hurl abuse at.
I would love to see the security guard that's going to stop 3 guys with AK-47s.
Listen,
I mean, your size ain't meaning shit. Unless you are Steven Seagal mixed in with Bruce Willis, your size ain't stopping shit.
No, you mean Steven Seagal mixed in with Arnold and Stallone.
And Bruce.
But
no, jokes aside, guys, commiserations for the person and the family and everything that's done. And like Ryan said, it's a dangerous world we live in, and boxing isn't adverse to it.
No.
You know what I mean? Boxing, like anything, can get involved, and you kind of just feel like it's a shame because obviously at the weigh-ins, you know, you're thinking family members are there, kids, mothers, daughters, wives.
Did you see the video?
I haven't seen the video.
Oh.
So listen, it's a dangerous world.
All I'm going to say to everyone out there, know what I mean, is that, like I said, it's a dangerous world out there, know what I mean, and just look after yourselves, know what I mean, and
look
just
after numero uno.
Yeah, and enjoy your life because, like I said, the random idiot out there takes people's lives.
There you go.
You know what I mean? All right then, let's move on to some heavyweight news. So after last week's edition of This Week in Boxing, went to Boxing Scene and they said Luis Ortiz is an opponent for 5th of March.
Yes.
Against Dimitrenko.
Yes.
All right then, it didn't set the world on fire, and we were like, all right then, well, it's a fight. At least he gets active because he had no fight at all. And then by Thursday, Dimitrenko's out.
Yeah.
Does not want the fight. He's not in. Said no, so he looked for someone else. Toney Thompson said, look, I live across the road from the arena. I want this guy. This guy is a joker. He's another heartless Cuban. Yeah. And I will take him
demolition
out.
Of Solace. Good
and I said, I'll take him out. Give me the fight. I'm ready to it. My manager's called Golden Boy. My manager's contacted HBO. No response back. Give me the fight. And you know what I'm going to say then? Because Tony Thompson is capable. If you really want it, I don't mind seeing the fight.
Oh, I don't mind seeing that fight. I know Thompson lost to Ortiz, but Ortiz. He lost to Malik Scott.
A draw.
But was it a draw?
It was a draw. So it was a draw.
No, Malik Scott won. Malik Scott won that fight. Could be wrong, but I think Malik Scott won that fight.
That was the last fight they had, didn't it?
Yeah, Malik Scott won.
That was a draw.
No, he definitely won. Definitely won. Yeah.
All right.
But Malik Scott's a very crude boxer. Could make you look a bit silly.
Yeah.
Ortiz was come for war with you.
Yeah.
You're doing a little King Kong thing, and Tony Thompson might not mind a bit of that. He doesn't mind a little good scrap. Yeah. I think it's getting a bit long in the tooth.
Yeah,
what is he, 46?
He must be like 44, 46.
You know what I mean? That's an old man, but...
So to you or nothing, I like his fight as well.
We'll take the fight.
That's all I say as well. That one like Tony Thompson, not only is he capable, he's the right size of a modern heavyweight. You know what I mean? He's like 6'5", 6'6", so Ortiz won't be the bigger guy in the ring. Because it seems like when he fought Jennings, he could manhandle him. I want to see... It's part of your development, you want to see how fighters react to certain things. I want to see how Ortiz reacts to a capable boxer who is actually his size or bigger. I think that'll be interesting to see how that goes. Sticking with heavyweight boxing, Chisora Pulev signed for the EBU title.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tough fight for Chisora. Especially I think Pulev could box and punch well. But I'm not sure where Pulev is. Since he lost to Klitschko, he's been to be fair, since he lost to Klitschko and since Chisora lost to Fury, they've both been fighting pretty undesirable guys. So you can't really say where they're both really at. But if you had to rank them both, I rate Pulev much higher than Chisora right now.
Much higher?
No, not much higher. If you're talking rankings, I would say they'd be at least 3-4 apart.
Oh yeah, I'll say that as well.
Yeah.
But one thing I do know about Chisora, his mental game's tough. So I don't know where he is in terms of physical, in terms of, because like you say, he's fought no one really.
Yeah.
But mentally, if it's a case of tuning in and thinking, is he ready? Chuck Chisora in with anyone, because mentally I think he's still got it. And I think we've seen the way he's not hit on Twitter. He's ready to go again. Pulev.
I think Pulev's really good.
But I think Pulev's great fight. I think he tried to go to fire with Klitschko, and that's the problem.
He got caught. But then when he got caught, it's like he lost all his confidence.
Yeah.
Because Pulev was fighting incredible guys, and when Pulev fought Klitschko, I had him legit in his number contender in the world. Yeah. I thought, because obviously Vlad just beat Povetkin, Pulev fought the right people, went through his route, and he was the legit number one heavyweight in the world at that time.
Pulev made Ustinov quit.
Yeah, exactly.
You make a guy that's 6'7", 500 pounds quit.
Yeah,
you can box.
You get my point though, yeah. And then since you don't, like we said before, you don't go from being the number one contender or being the champion and being right here to fighting guys down here.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm concerned about him. I'm like, well, you can't be that good now. You lost all your confidence and you can't fight no one. If I had to think of this fight on a strictly who wins, I would say Pulev out of. I think is really, really good. But in terms of where, after they said the mental game, I think it's a very good fight.
Very good fight. If I had to pick a favourite right now, again, like with you, I go Pulev. I think Pulev just better.
Yeah.
In honesty, I don't know if Chisora has the punch power to kind of do what Klitschko did. Well, he doesn't have the punch power to do that. But it's a very good fight. Both Sauerlands. I wonder where it's going to be based. Probably based in Germany. I'm guessing somewhere.
But Chisora could out hustle him if he gets that busy style. Definitely out hustle him.
If Chisora comes back with that kind of peak of his style with that and loses a bit of weight.
Yes,
comes in 230, 235, good. If he comes in 260, I'll put all my house on Pulev.
Edis Tatley versus Kevin Mitchell's now set.
Who?
The European welterweight champion is now set. We touched on it last week, so I don't want to go into it too much. But last week was all rumours. Now it's a done deal.
Are we wrong, guys, to not want this fight, not like this fight? Are we stupid to say Kevin Mitchell should be having a rest?
Yeah.
Are we dumb to be saying Kevin Mitchell should be having a rest?
Yeah.
I mean, the other day I hurt my elbow in the gym. And my elbow, it's not even a big pain. The gym guy said you might want to take about a month off.
Yeah.
I just hurt my elbow.
Hear the joke, yeah? And I'm going to leave on to you as well because, guys, okay, me and I've been watching for years together. You're a big Kevin Mitchell fan.
I am.
Yeah. And in all of Kevin Mitchell's losses, you said he's gonna win, he's gonna win, he's gonna win, he's gonna win, he's gonna win. I don't know why he's not a world champion. Blah 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 blah. So for you to say he needs a break and should call it a day, that's a big statement.
Yeah. I don't, because I've always find it very tough to say a boxer should stop earning money.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is, isn't it? You stop earning money, and you kind of feel like you can see some boxers that might go on to do TV work, either Paul Smith or the one, but you can see some boxers that probably won't. Yeah. Kevin Mitchell probably won't go on and do TV work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's I'm trying to say stop earning money, and that's very difficult. How old's Kevin Mitchell?
Early 30s, maybe.
Imagine that. You've got to stop earning money.
I think it's
early 30s.
My personal opinion, I think boxing keeps Kevin Mitchell sane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he has fallen off the.
He says it himself.
Yeah, of course, he's fallen off the rail a few times.
So he has to keep fit.
And staying in the gym, having that mindset, and I'm trying to say, no, just be in shape. If he didn't have boxing, I'll be concerned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He needs to go into something, i.e., be training guys or developing. Or like I said, I don't think he will suit the TV work, but he needs to get into something because if he's not around that community, I don't know what he's gonna do.
If Kevin Mitchell went out all guns blazing in his last fight in a war, I'd say, you know what, went on his show. There's something about, he looked like he got hurt from nothing.
No, I will never like to say a boxer quit in the ring, but the way he reacted when he got hit was like, all right then.
Don't fancy it.
Yeah, I know. And unfortunately, he's gonna get me, so I'm just gonna just take it.
Unfortunately, that he's built his thing up on those kind of wars.
Yeah,
that's how he's done it throughout his career. Look at his best fights. Wins or losses have come through wars. So when you see someone not react well when they're getting hit, then you kind of feel like it's too late to change the style. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So they've obviously tried to drop him down a couple of levels here, and this is obviously make or break. If he doesn't win this fight, then he's done. Yeah, because he's not going to go to British or bloody Commonwealth. This is it. Yeah. Don't want to see him fight again, though. Be honest, I don't want to see him fight again.
All right then. Matchroom has announced a decent card, which has I like this card.
Is this the Callum Smith one?
Callum Smith versus Mohammadi for the European title.
Yes.
Rocky Fielding versus Chris Rabassi.
Oh, the same guy everyone's using. I don't like that.
Yeah.
No, you know I don't like
no, people get names.
Carson Jones.
Yeah, Carson Jones.
We've had a few of those.
Yeah, a few of them. Yeah, he's a name now.
Yeah.
They already bring that guy back. The guy that beat Mitchell. They bring him over.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
it's a name now.
Yeah. We've made a contact. Yeah. Bring him over.
Who else is that? Again, Comiskey.
Yeah, Kaminsky's another one.
Yeah,
there's always a few.
There's a few. Yeah. Also,
British passports.
Yeah. Also on that card as well, you got the rematch between Dodd and Cardle.
That I like.
I think Cardle's a much better fighter than he showed that night.
Yeah.
But he was lucky.
Yeah,
he was lucky.
Yeah.
And that's that. I think it was the last round and the ref kind of jumped in. It was the last round.
When he fell into the ropes.
Yeah.
And that was it. I almost felt like the ropes aren't there, then what are you going to do? Do you know what I mean? I know, but he felt like he could have gone into the 5th row.
Yeah.
He was really winding backwards.
He was hurt, but he weren't out.
He wasn't out. Yeah, so Cardle got away with it, and I think Cardle will prove how good he is.
I think Cardle will prove how good he is, and I'm trying to say, I think Dodd's a good fighter. He's not a bad fighter, but I think on that night, he's going to fight out of his skin. I'm
a bit scared for Cardle in the sense, I always say, once you get out of there with a win, that's it,
just
you don't go back. You know, I won that, move on. Who's going to know in 4 fights' time? Yeah. Someone could have your number. Someone could have your number.
Confidence is a booster. Dodd feels like he's been hard done by.
Yeah.
And that could give him the fire in the gym to say, guess what? I could beat this guy. I know I could beat this guy. When he gets in the ring, if you had that belief, even when you're behind, you know you could turn it around.
Cardle has the silly style, hands down, though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? No. And if you've got, if you've got the kind of the lateral movement of a Nassim Hamed or Paul Mananaji in the younger days, that's fine. He doesn't. No. He just kept getting tagged.
No. See, Cardle wasn't fighting like that before. He's doing it more and more when he feels he's out of range. Yeah, but you're not really out of range when you're in the boxing ring.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. What do you think of the Rockyfield and Rebrasse fight, by the way? Even though I just said Rebrasse. I don't think Rockyfield beats Rebrasse, I'll tell you that now.
So tell you what, it's a funny one. And here's the problem. Here's the problem with it is that I think as good as Rocky Fielding is, his stock went down that first round stoppage, and now we're kind of like, is he really that good? Is he really that good? Yeah. Where if it weren't for that fight, we'd have said Rocky Fielding beats Rebrasse.
Yeah, but
know what I mean? I think the way Fielding lost that fight was the best thing for his career. Yeah. It was quick, it was short, he took no damage. So he's still the same fighter physically going into the fight. He just got put together mentally.
Yeah, we look at Rebrasse, how he's mixed it with George Groves, who was, world championship level, definitely caliber fighter. Yeah. Callum Smith, who I actually think is that kind of caliber now, top 10 I think Callum Smith is. And you kind of feel like, that's a tough fight. That is a real tough fight, because I don't think he's putting Rebrasse away, so it's going to go points.
I'll tell you what though, I will say this though, Fielding can punch when he lands.
Yeah, but at what level? This is the thing.
No. That is the thing. But the real question: what level is Rebrasse at, though?
We know what level Rebrasse is. Rebrasse is European level.
No. I think he was European level. I think he might be a little wear and tear now. When you start losing fights consecutively, then you know. Like I said, that's the thing about with life. You could never stay at the top. Once you start going down, it's actually a spiral. Bit. He was European level and was European champion 2 years ago. And in those 2 years, he's lost a couple fights and has slowly dropped down. When you start letting the young guns take over, i.e. Callum Smith, that might be saying, guess what? I'm now no longer, I'm more of a stepping stone more than championship.
Yeah, when you're coming over as the opponent.
That's what I'm trying to say, yeah.
You've got that opponent mindset. I'm just going to come over and survive a few.
Like you said, British passport now. Yeah, so it's one of those ones there where I think Rebrasse is a very good fighter, but I'm not going to count him as the European level Rebrasse. I'm going to count him as a touch less now.
I like the way this is a final eliminator for Callum Smith for Badou Jack's belt. And that makes the odd punter think, my God, he wins, he fights Badou Jack next.
Not happening.
Doesn't happen like
that. It looks like Badou Jack's going to fight Chavez Jr.
Doesn't happen.
That's the rumour.
That's the rumour. And then they'll have a couple of voluntaries after. James Ago takes precedent. Yeah. Believe you me, if realistically, if that fight does happen, we're talking about 18, 19 months, 2 years away.
And let's be fair, Uncle Al or The Godfather is not going to put Badou Jack in with a British young prospect undefeated as a puncher right now.
The size of him.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't do it. There's no benefit putting your champion in without that. I mean,
unless Eddie Hearn stops up 5 million or something.
It's not that. Unless Callum signs to The Godfather.
Yeah.
Then he'll do it. Otherwise, you won't get it. Yeah. David Haye said, if I landed at AJ, he'll be out for 5 minutes.
That's a bit cheeky.
Yeah. It was all friendly last week and the week before.
Yeah, they were all friendly. Yeah. No, it's weird how they're all friendly at AJ's fight. Yeah. And even at Hayes' fight was all friendly. Then Twitter's got a bit more heated. And I think did you see AJ done Instagram?
No.
people should stop calling me out, or you will get it kind of thing. You know that?
Yeah.
So I think this week he's been called out by Joseph Parker. Yeah. David Haye's called him out. Yeah. With Tyson Fury, I'm sure we're going to talk about later. Hopefully, you've got something about Tyson Fury.
Oh, about his 5. Fine.
So even Tyson Fury's called him out. So this week he's been called out by David Haye, Parker, and Tyson Fury.
See, the thing about this now, and like I said, being fair, let's be fair. Like we said a few weeks ago, is that obviously it's a very attractive fight to have, but I think it's a fight that right now it benefits no one. And I think that it's a 1 round fight. I think it's a 1 round fight right now. Whoever lands first takes the fight out. Because we need to learn about what Haye has, and we still need to learn what Joshua has. But I tell you this though,
I don't think Joshua hits as hard as Haye.
Huh?
I don't think Joshua hits as hard as Haye.
Different type of power.
Punching power is punching power.
No. David Haye's fast and explosive. You don't see it. It's the shots that you don't see that hurt. Yeah. Where Joshua is size and thudding power. It's different.
I don't know if Joshua hits hard. Don't be sure.
No.
I don't know if it's one punch concussive.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. No, Joshua knocks you out of accumulation of punches.
Yeah, David Haye could just. I think David Haye could just knock it at one.
David Haye, just like Wild, it's the speed of the punch. You don't see it coming. So like I said, it's explosive, it's powerful, bam, out of nowhere. Where the other guys is clubbing power. Like for example, George Foreman, clubbing power.
So who realistically has got the better chance of knocking the other out?
See, this is the thing about it. Yeah, in theory, Joshua has a better chance of knocking him out.
Why?
Because I tell you why, yeah? David Haye's a counter puncher, so he's waiting for Joshua. You don't want to wait on a 6'6" juggernaut chasing you down.
Well, you take.
No, do you get my point though? Think about it. David Haye likes to sit back, counter punch, and walk you into shots. And I'm trying to say, if he hurts you, David Haye's the much better finisher. Obviously, he's a world champion. He's obviously the much better finisher. But you would never. Me personally, I would never invite a 6'6" dude, 250 pounds, that size to actually walk in on you.
It's interesting.
Do you get my point though? Adrian Broner versus Ashley Theophane is now signed. It's going to be the season 2 premiere on Spike TV for PBC. Them two be going back and forth on Twitter for a while. Floyd wanted this fight because he thinks Theophane beats Broner.
He doesn't.
Yeah. I think it's an interesting fight.
Yeah.
But
Theophane's a good boxer.
Yeah, he is a good boxer.
Theophane for people beat Danny Garcia. Go and watch the fight. Beat Danny Garcia. Not clean, but he beat Danny Garcia.
Yeah, about
4 years ago he beat him. Yeah.
Okay, here's what I want to say about this fight.
People, does Theophane still know he's British? I think everyone's forgot. His voice is kind of going like that right now. But everyone's forgot he's actually a British fighter.
He's actually over here now training in West London.
Is he? Yeah. British fighter, man. It'd be a shame if Sky Sports don't pick it up.
Yeah.
Because it's a British fighter going for a world title. Think about that. It's forgotten.
I tell you what, I'm telling you this right now, someone like Theophane, who's a solid pro, gives Broner problems.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think Broner's a solid pro, and Broner's got serious holes.
Look, come down. He ain't got serious holes. He's got a couple of holes, but they're not serious. You make him sound like a bloody journeyman.
No, he's not a journeyman. But okay, then put it this way: if you had as a world champion and all the other world champions, if you could look at the more complete fighters as world champions, he's not at the top of the list. He's near the bottom of the list.
Yeah, as complete fighters. But look at 140 division, and apart from Terence Crawford, I think Victor Postal's hype because he beat Matisse.
I think Postal beats Broner. If he doesn't beat him, he gives him a good run for his money. I think Postal's really good. The 140 division kind of dried out a little, like a lot of people's gone up in weight, and so you're waiting for it to kind of revitalise itself. But definitely, and Crawford stops Broner in my opinion.
What?
Yeah.
What? Because he's been stopping pumped up 120 guys?
No. No.
No, I'm not having that, by the way.
Crawford doesn't hit as hard as Madonna, but it's accumulation. Crawford lands better combinations, works the jab and works the body, and is spiteful. So where Madonna was hurting Broner with single shots, Crawford will put them together better. Over 12 rounds, Crawford's a beast.
Look, I'd be honest with you. The only people that have caused Broner problems for me are guys that swarm. And he's fought Maidana and Porter, and they swarm you, and it's awful. It's almost not even skill. Yeah. Remember when we watched Porter versus Kelbrook? It was like, what is this? You know what I mean? Even look at what Maidana done to the best defensive boxer of all time in Floyd Mayweather. Yeah. That's what he's been up against. Yeah. Put him against someone where it's a boxer versus boxer, it'll be a good fight.
I'm not saying it won't be a good fight,
but I don't think it stops him.
I think
when someone gives him time to think, which I've seen Crawford do, it's an interesting fight. Whereas he gets swarmed. Porter and Maidana are awful fights to take.
No, talk about toolboxes. Right now, his toolbox got like a spanner in it. Yeah, and Crawford's toolbox is like, guess what? You need a trolley.
It's full.
You need a trolley, mate. Trust me. All right then, let's quickly move forward.
Disagree with that.
Just a quick bit. George Groves now saying he wants the Murray fight. He's interested.
Interesting.
So that's quite good.
What happened?
Yeah.
You know what it's like?
Yeah.
These boxers.
Yeah.
Someone's like, oh, I'm not dodging you. I said I want it, but deep down, behind the scenes, I'm trying to arrange something else.
Smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors, man. That's the new word. I'm gonna get a T-shirt that says that. Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah. All right then. Let's go with also Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury said there's 5 locations that the fight's being considered for, but obviously he's feeling disinterested with boxing right now. Yeah. Because he said, things are not going the way he actually wants to go. It seems like. But he did mention that some sheik wanted to have this fight, 120 million on a boat with no TV, nothing, and he'll sell tickets to 120 of his guests for £1 million a piece. Is Tyson crazy? Is that a story, or do you think those sheiks really want this fight that bad?
I do think
the ego, the credibility and ego said, I had the world heavyweight title on my boat.
120 million to these guys
is a joke.
Is like me and you dropping a couple of quid. Honestly, it's embarrassing for these guys. They just chuck their money. They buy football teams, and their accountant don't even know they've bought a football team for 300 million. You know what I mean? These guys just throw away money, and you're talking about the idea of showing off to your richest friends. And there's no better way than showing off and saying, look, that's my slave over there versus my other slave over there. And that's what they're doing. It almost reminds me of back in the day with the Roman Empire when they're their best gladiators against each other. That's all it is. He's turned it down, which is good, because I think boxing should be seen by the masses. But I definitely think the offer was real.
If there's any of those sheiks out there, we ain't no slaves, but if you want some sponsorship.
Yeah, look, hey, me and Ryan will definitely go toe to toe for you for a fraction of that.
You always thought this crap.
No, for that money, I'll fight you tomorrow for that kind of money. What's the worst that can happen? A black eye, a bruised rib? Give me that money right now, boy.
Tyson did say though he wants to retire from boxing. I'd take it a pinch of salt.
Yes.
Obviously, Tyson had mood swings. Do you think anything needs to be said more on that?
You know what is about Tyson Fury, and I will kind of elaborate on it a little bit, is Tyson Fury is a boxer at the moment that, unfortunately for him, although he's heavyweight champion of the world, I don't think Tyson Fury is a draw by himself. He mentioned the 3 fights he wants, and he said Wilder, Klitschko and Joshua. They're all draw fights. Tyson Fury isn't the kind of... Remember Eubank back in the day on ITV? Eubank fought bums. How many bums did Eubank fight?
He had that whole Sky...
Oh my God, it was ridiculous.
Remember that whole Sky thing that he can't be beaten? It
was ridiculous. I remember it like it was yesterday. And he fought nobody. So he had this fantastic record, but you know what? He still got paid millions to fight nobody.
Eubank had a couple of draws and some controversial draws in that one, you know.
He lost a couple.
You're like, wait a minute, did he really win that one?
There's one guy called Sherry something, I can't remember the name. He lost. And I think Tyson Fury can't do that. Tyson Fury can't fight someone like we mentioned it, Carlos Takam and get paid $5 million.
No way.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas people like Ben and Eubank back in the day could fight lesser opponents and get paid good money still.
As much as I like Takam, I think he's a good fighter. Tyson Fury will absolutely destroy him.
Yeah, but he'll get paid nothing for it.
Stop him in the back.
That's my point. So Tyson Fury is probably thinking, okay, I'm heavyweight champion of the world now. I'm still not getting paid like heavyweight champion of the world. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what frustrates him. I'm not getting the accolade. I'm still getting abuse on Twitter. People think I'm homophobic and blah blah blah. I've had enough. But like you say, it's Fury. He's put out silly tweets before. He'll fight. Come on. What's he gonna do? You know, what are you gonna do? Really?
Last bit of news, really. But our friend Antonio Tarver, has been hit with child support bill for $750,000 for his teenage daughter. So the judge has authorized for Tarver to hand over his world title belts, his bronze medal.
Oh, Shane Mosley going off here.
Shane Mosley. And the keys to his 2010 Mercedes. So his ex-girl can sell it to pay down for child support.
Tarver driving the 2010 Mercedes? Tarver? Not even the 2015? These boxers need to stop showing off.
Listen.
Because I see Tarver doing interviews and I'm seeing bling, 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 bling.
Okay, all I'm saying is, I'm not saying you can't pay for your kids. I'm not saying you can't love them. I'm saying there should be a reasonable amount. Now, if you have no money and you are broke, you don't have a full-time job, you get paid for a contract when you get to these fights and whatever and blah, blah, your career, which is your tail end of when you're 45 years old, 46 years old, and then they're asking for stuff you don't have. So basically, when they take all this stuff, and next year he needs to pay another 100,000 or 200,000, and he has no money. How are you supposed to pay it? These judges and these people that make the decision should take into account that you only have X amount in your career. You can't be paying these type of fees out yearly, weekly, monthly, whatever, because it's not sustainable.
I don't know the judge is going to pity on someone that squandered all his money.
No,
it's their fault. He squandered it. It's not their fault.
He's wasted money and he's done some silly things in his life. But like I said, if you're bankrupt now, you have no money now.
That's what you should file for. You should file for bankruptcy.
Adding to more, it makes a difference. All right then. Last thing, you see Will Smith Concussion?
Yes, 110 times.
What a great film.
Yeah, 110 times. Not sure about the Nigerian accent, but from a Nigerian.
Yeah, broke the phone. All right then. The point I was going to make about concussions, though. My phone's got a concussion. Yeah.
I'm scared. I'm actually scared to turn your phone over. Yeah. I hope the screen isn't broke. No, let me do it. I'm scared.
No, it's got.
All right. Okay. All right.
All right then. But Concussion's a film about American football and head injuries, and obviously the human body can only take X amount. But that film was a good eye opener from a boxing perspective. They always talk about the injuries that happen in boxing due to obviously the repetitive blows. What do you think about concussion? Take it into terms in relation to boxing.
I think it's going to sound so strong. I think Concussion. It was such a strong film. There's an argument out there that a doctor would put to ban boxing forever.
Oh yeah, you know,
to ban boxing forever.
There was a scene in there when it says that over this football player's life, he's had 70,000 blows put in, like boom, boom. I'm trying to say. I thought that's a lot of blows. And then I thought about boxing. I thought sparring 120 rounds before your fight. How many blows is in that? That must be at least.
Don't want to think.
You want to imagine?
Don't want to think.
Them having a 40 fight career, 50 fight career, 25 years from when you're 7, 8, 19. Look at the guys like Evander Holyfield who started boxing when they were like 7 and he's now nearly 50 or 50. Are you serious? Now obviously the damage is done and you don't know until the end.
It's funny.
Watch Concussion, guys.
I said to someone on the back of watching Concussion, I think this is why I argue about the age thing.
Yeah.
Because on the back of Concussion, someone said, "Oh, yeah, but you got Hopkins who's 49, he's a good fighter." I said, "I'm scared for Hopkins when he's 60." That's what I said. Because you see that because of Concussion, I said that because you don't see him now like Concussion, but in 15 years' time, they look at your brain. Whoa, something's going on. Something's gone wrong.
When you look back and when you look at when you hear stories about Sugar Ray Robinson. Of his personality, who he was, how he was, and when you heard how he ended his life and how he was, full of Alzheimer's, and don't remember this, you don't remember that. You can say, oh, he was old, so he was this and that. No, I mean, but you can wait a minute. He took 160 plus fights, amateur career, all those wars. It's like damage is long lasting.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali after the Thriller Manila said 15th round said I was close to death.
Yeah,
they said that I kind of felt what death's like.
Yeah,
and we applauded it like, oh my god, you put it all out there, and leave it in the ring, fantastic. But he said he was close to death.
Yeah,
think about that for a statement. Do you know what I mean? But then he still continued to fight. Yeah, so that's the stop there.
Yeah,
the stop's there. But then he still had 15 fights or so after that.
Yeah, well, that was the 3 minutes 75.
Yeah, and then he went. Yeah, so he had about
another 6 years. The Joe Bugner
after
fight,
that, and Joe Bugner was a tough brute. You know what I mean? Getting hit.
The two Spinks fights.
Yeah, Larry Holmes,
the Trevor Burbick.
Yeah, fights after that against killers. Yeah, against killers. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And then I also think of when you get knocked down, and you get 10 seconds. So when you're knocked down, you're concussed. Yeah, you're concussed. Think about that for a second. American football, when they're concussed, they lie on the floor, and they've got about 5 minutes to get up. They're alright, the doctor takes them off, they can come back on.
They get the stretcher.
And then, you know, boxing,
get your ass up.
You got 7 seconds to really get up.
Yeah.
And then you know what? You walk a couple of seconds, you go again. Yeah. You're getting concussed again immediately after. Yeah. And then again. So you're probably getting concussed, especially when you get them blocked 8 or 9 times in a space of about 30 seconds.
Crazy.
Don't get me wrong, I love boxing.
Yeah, I love boxing.
We love boxing, but sometimes it opens your eyes to think, man, we love all these wars and they should have a tear up and they left it, you know, they all left it in the ring and I'm gonna go out on my shield. And then you laugh at people like Floyd Mayweather and say, yeah, his style's a bit, because he doesn't want that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't want that. Do you know what I mean? Some boxers might like that. I respect every boxer. Yeah. But you can't laugh at defensive boxers and say they don't like getting in scraps, because maybe they have watched Concussion.
Yeah, for real.
And they don't want.
Yeah.
They don't want that in 20 years time.
But again, someone like Floyd though, he will always look at his dad, look at his Uncle Jeff, look at Uncle Roger. So guess what?
I see it.
I see little things, maybe not big things, but little things that you shouldn't really do, or the way you act, or the way you say certain things, kind of a little bit. You know what I mean?
I've even seen Floyd, and he doesn't even take punishment.
Yeah.
But I've seen him answer a few questions, and he's completely missed the question.
Yeah.
He's missed the question. They've asked him stuff, and he's literally answered another question.
Yeah.
And to me, a man
when that contingency just stops working. Same thing. Freddie Rhodes said when he called Hopkins for his fight with Kazagi.
When Hopkins went the other way,
he went to the wrong corner and then walked back over.
There were signs.
Yeah, there was.
And I'm telling you now, if it was the guy that filmed, I can't remember the Nigerian guy's name, but I bet you any money you could bring that doctor in for concussion and put him in with those kind of boxers, and he'll immediately think, sign.
CTE.
Those are the kind of things we need to test box before we let him back in the ring.
Nah, for real. Anyway, let's leave it at that. Watch Concussions, guys.
Watch it, and boxing fan or non-boxing fan, it will open your eyes to the sport we love.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
For real.
And it opens up a lot of sports. Rugby's one of them as well.
That was a good ending for you, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, that's it this week in boxing. No fights, but like Ryan said, there's a few fights on the weekend, this night, but me and Ryan got so busy to do, we needed to get this in. So leave all your comments below. Please watch Concussion.
Yeah.
And leave your comments below about that film. Hopefully we've not given you a spoiler alert if you've not watched it.
No, I've never seen that much about the film. But watch it.
Yeah,
don't miss it.
There you go, guys. Thanks for watching another edition of This Week in Boxing. Remember, subscribe. Numbers are growing up. Tweet, share this on all your social media sites. Thank you very much. Peace.